grow so tall. I wanna tangle up my twisted limbs with yours. I wanna lose track of the time I spent without you. It's time to make you lose. I don't wanna lose.
Hey everyone, it's Christina from American Rooted Flower Farm. So right now I'm in my backyard and we need something to do. There's always something that can be done outside. And there are so many things that need to be done. But what we're gonna do right now is I'm just gonna walk you through the backyard and show you some of the things that we've done that I've recorded and give you an update on them. This will be fun. If you're new to my channel, I'm in Zone 9B in Oakdale, California, which is in the Central Valley of California, and specifically in the San Joaquin Valley. I have been growing cut flowers for the last 3 years and have been selling flowers for the last 2 years. This year we just leased a 2.5 acres to start a U-pick flower farm. We are currently unable to open to the public for U-pick flower farm because we have some issues with the driveway. However, we are planning a reservation only event, 2 days of U-pick sessions. Those would be reservation by reservation, and we will be using the Eventbrite website for that. And that will be Labor Day weekend. So we will do it on a Saturday and also on a Sunday. And then on the Sunday, applying 50% of the proceeds to a local church that we have already decided upon. So let's get started. Okay, so if you remember, I think it was probably about 4 months ago that we planted these out. These were starts. These were
watermelons.
I started indoors. I got them from Baker's Creek, and I started them indoors in early spring or in spring, and then planted them out here. And then I also put out here a couple of starts that I bought from the store. I think that there's a pickling cucumber and there's also a lemon cucumber. The
watermelons
have yet to produce anything. They are flowering, but they have not grown any baby
watermelons.
Yet. So I'm assuming that they are either not throwing out both types of flowers. There's a female flower and there's a male flower. And I'm assuming that either they're not producing both flowers yet or there's a pollination issue. So I should really come out here and get a paintbrush and a dry paintbrush and pollinate it myself just to increase the chances of actually getting a watermelon. So we've gotten a lot of cucumbers off of this plant here. These are just pickling cucumbers. And then we have the lemon cucumber over here, and we've gotten quite a few off of there as well. And so this is successful so far. However, when we planted this, I had intended for Ona to build an archway right here, and that never happened. So it's producing, so it's successful. Some of these are fairly big. This one here is growing up the chicken run fence, which is what I intended for it to do. I still have to guide the watermelon occasionally. And then the pickling cucumber has ran all the way back there, and I don't even know how far it goes anymore. Okay, and here we done the corralling method on these rudbeckia, the brown-eyed Susans, and the Indian blanket Gaillardia, the Indian blanket Gaillardia. I done a corralling method on this, and I just tied twine around the post that I had put in. And this was successful until I cut the twine on accident when I was cutting flowers. And so it's still held up somewhat this side over here. However, this side has fallen over, and I did cut this back once, cut it back completely. And these are the little flowers that have come up since. And then since we're over here, we planted these watermelons. These were starts that I had started outside in the spring or early summer. It was just 2 months ago, so I guess it was summer. It was early summer. These were the same varieties as the watermelons there, which are from Baker's Creek, and they're just a specialty variety. They were smaller, and they were supposed to be good for climbing up trellises. So I intended for them to climb up here. They are not yet big enough to climb up yet, but they're still growing, and so is the grass. I did come through and clean this up about a month ago, and the grass has grown back since. Okay, and here is my trial run of corn. It's looking a little dry right now. My watering system, my smart watering system, batteries died, and so I had to change those out right now. And I haven't run the drip line over here yet, so I think that this probably hasn't received any water in the last 2 days. But this is the trial corn, and they are growing just fine. We don't have any ears on them yet, but I expect that they will be soon, that there will be soon. And then behind me is the bed of corn that I planted using the viewers' suggestions. And I have one bean that is growing in the center. What was supposed to happen here was we planted the corn in blocks and planted beans in the center. I planted edamame beans that were expired by 1 or 2 years, and only one sprouted out of the 20 plus seeds that I planted. So we only have one block here that actually has a bean in it, that has a bean plant in it. It's the edamame, and it all seems to be growing just fine. This is just as almost just as tall as the trial corn that I planted almost a week earlier than this set of corn. This set of corn. Okay, so this bed I just planted out a week ago, 2 weeks ago maybe. These were the soil blocks, the late season soil blocks that I started of the Winged Everlasting, Baby's Breath, and Feverfew. So what happened here, so the cat, garden cat, who's not really my cat, I do feed him, so I guess I am responsible for him because I feed him. I keep him alive, but I'm not the only one that feeds him. I'm pretty sure that somebody else feeds him because he's not here every day begging for food. So a couple days after planting the soil blocks out here, I looked over here to check on them, and the bed had been destroyed, had been turned upside down, and turned into a litter box. So that's how I've left it. You have to remember that we are putting in most of our time at the You Pick Flower Farm, and I'm not spending so much time out here in the backyard in the last month or two. So I still have a few of the Feverfew. No, there's 2 Feverfew. There's one here that's barely alive. I just buried it again and put the drip line up against it. So yeah, so we got Feverfew, Winged Everlasting, and then 2 more Winged Everlasting. So there's 4 Winged Everlasting total. And then there's a surprise seed right here that popped up, and I want to say that it's a zinnia or a sunflower. Okay, so here in this bed there were the tall carrots that I pulled out, and also in this bed this year we planted some peppers. They were wax peppers, I believe. I don't think that, I never got any bell peppers. I think that they were all like the wax peppers, like the light green ones. Oh yeah, here's one. I've gotten a few off the plants. I've kind of been neglecting them. And then after planting this, I think it dawned on me that strawberries are very hungry plants. They are heavy feeders. And from what I know, or what I understand, peppers are also heavy feeders. So I think that putting them in the same bed was probably not a good idea. And I didn't fertilize as much as I should have. I fertilized this a couple times during the summer and spring so far. My strawberries are producing well though. This was the first of the soil blocks that I planted out of the Winged Everlasting, the Baby's Breath, and the Feverfew. And so these ones are the Winged Everlasting. They don't look so happy right now because, like I said, they haven't been receiving water. They didn't receive water, I think, for probably about 2 days, at least 2 days by the looks of them. So yeah, so this is the Winged Everlasting. The Baby's Breath, I noticed the other day, is actually flowering, but it is so small that I can't, so short that I'm not able to use it. However, it's good to know that I was able to start it this time of year, but the heat probably affected the height of it. This one I could have possibly been able to use. However, it's not very full of flowers. So it may have needed some extra fertilizing over here. I don't know. The cat probably pooped over here a few times before he decided to make his litter box the other bed. Okay, so that was it. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you've seen the past videos, I hope that you were excited to see this one. And remember, leave your comments below. And like and subscribe if you like the content I'm putting out, and if you like the video. And remember, my friends, keep your hands dirty. Let's go to the farm.
I wanna lose track of the time I spent without you. This time can make you lose. And I don't wanna lose your love if I don't have to.
I hope the people that viewed the oh my god, what am I trying to say? I hope that